Oh, welcome to my cognition will never be not critical. Hey guys, this is Shadow Drake, and today we are going to finish that up. For realsies this time. I said that the past, what, 3 times, and it still didn't end? Is there something I can sell? Doesn't seem like it. Whatever. Okay. So, if I remember right, this rocket is going that way. I think... Oh boy. This'll take like a solid minute, so what I want to do... I think I want to scan those. Because I really want to... Oh, wasting some fuel. Because I really want to know exactly what my options are over there. I think I want to get this, wait for this ore rocket to arrive at that cobalt deposit, because I do need some cobalt, and I think... How good was this again? 295? 296, 596. Oh, I want it to go to this one. Okay. And... Yes, I know, I'm getting distracted. But I think the other thing I want to mine, I can't remember if it's lead. Wait, hold on. No, I wanted cobalt. That was lead that I... Oh, well, it's a good thing it hasn't arrived yet, so... Back to that. And... What am I looking at here? Okay, so... Ooh, that's a good size. What's its richness? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Was that worth it? 287? I would say no. What's the other? 348, 339, 345. No, not worth it. Okay. So, let's see where I'm at. Okay, so I must admit that I did a test to see how many ore nodes that ore rocket can handle. And it can handle exactly 3 nodes and still make it back without crashing to the ground. But it will be absolutely tight. And I think part of that is because of the fact that I am burning off some liquid volatiles to fill up the pressure here. So I want to see if I conserve some of that, if it will land better. But the problem with that is I don't know how accurate that will be, because I had that on the entire trip. I made it just go literally the 3 nodes, go like 1, 2, 3 and back, and just to see what it would do. And it did land. But ugh, was it tight. So I think what I will do, I'll turn off a battery. And what I will do is tell the ore mining rocket to mine at this cobalt location, because I do need cobalt. And then I'll find out if I need lead or nickel more. Oh, that reminds me, what is this? Ooh, that is a huge size! That is a huge size. Okay. Let's go check on my cocoa, because if it's grown, I kind of want to plant more and let it keep going. And I see that my temperature is decreasing, so obviously it's going to be a little bit worse. And the growth still thriving? Thriving? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, it's because your light efficiency is out producing its temperature efficiency. That's actually cool. Now, one thing that I was wondering is, can your ideal... Whoa, yeah, it does change. I thought your ideal temperatures never changed, but I have two corn plants that have adjusted completely. So it is possible that I can get a cocoa plant with the ideal temperature that drops. So maybe I'll be able to sway it and make it grow better. So there's that. Alright, that rocket should land. Should have landed. And if that's the case, that would be a good thing to know. So I have two things. I have door kits and I have sensors, which is perfect. I do want to try to plan to make a cooling system downstairs. Alright, so that's almost there. So delete you. Let's see with that. Ore mining rocket is... See, this ratio of liquid oxygen dropping is what scares me about it. Okay. Mine. I think I'm just gonna leave this mining. It's gonna mine out, but I think I'll only leave it mining until this battery is dead. Because I want to get as much cobalt as I can because it is a very slow and shoddy process. And before I go continuing the thing, I want to get you. What's critical? I don't know that that's gonna last. Choices, choices, choices. That's good. Don't want to just delete this, because that's low yield. Yeah, even fully scanned, that's low. Let's delete you. I'm doing some cleanup for this. So you're 21, but I didn't fully scan you. This is full scan and it's 22, so I don't think it did much of a difference. This is 26 full scan. This is going to be... Oh, that's the rocket that's currently. This is going to be 28. So I think I have some options here. So scanner rocket, we're just going to make you chill out for now. Let's go back to my rocket. And you're just going to... You're just gonna mine and get as much as possible. It's never gonna get... It's not gonna hit the max, but whatever. Okay. Back to doing the things. So I also must admit that I did another thing. I did want to check to see if I had any more stray volatiles in here. And the answer to that is I don't. So what I am going to do is I need to finish purging the system. And so I don't think that's enough to cause a problem. I say that and it looks like I might. Yeah, that's still quite a lot. I say that and I still cause the problem. Alright, whatever. That should catch it. Yep, that's got it. So what I'm going to do, now that I did that stupid thing... Oh, I'm also pumping out hot gases too. That's cool. That's cool indeed. Actually, you know what is interesting is I could have actually sent some stuff up here. I mean, that temperature's still kind of high. My GFGs are still generating a good chunk of power. Alright, let's deconstruct you guys. Oh, for the love of... Get back here. And I should probably refill these two, because I'm going to need to use them eventually. Because I've actually been thinking hard, and I think, based on the comments, the previous video, that I think I should be able to make a cooling system to keep the waistline cool. And it just kind of hit me that I have a working system. And it's something that I've already done before. And it's literally right there. So, why can't I create a system of medium radiators downstairs, out of the way, where I could cool the waste pipe? Probably I'll just drill out a room back here. You know, drill out more of the room back here. And do that so that I can properly keep my, you know, this pipeline cool. Because when it is cool, I'll be able to more properly run NOS through the system. And right now I have 714 liters in here, which is cool. That's a good number. It's always a good number. Is that thing distilling? And so then I'll be able to do stuff with that. And but for now, let's finish this up. So where we were last time was that I am at the point for distillation. So we were on step 4, which is ready to output. So I am already in the output ready. And so here's where it's going to be kind of an interesting thing. This needs to SBN purge pul purge on 0. That was on. So I turned it off. Perfect. Okay. And this is kind of where I'm going to get to a weird spot. I need to wait for a signal from the next one to be at a specific step to say that I am good to output. But I'm starting to wonder on something here. Maybe I should just separate these two. I was thinking of trying to get it all in here. But I need the system to be kind of running right now. So maybe I'll just install another system, IC chip, and do that. Because I think personally that while I could get it running, I'm having a hard time grasping how I'm going to do a handshake, because one chamber, this depends on the other. So let me put this for instance. So this, this P out ready depends on the next one to give the signal that it is ready for, that it is at idle. It's ready for pumping in, basically. Or that it's ready for pump in. And I'm going to have 2 different steps for that. It's not going to flow straight just like this. Because theoretically, the second one is going to be idle. you know, to basically wait until the the one before is ready to pump in. And then once that one's ready to pump in, it'll go here. And then this needs to affect the step of the previous one to go to pump out, you know, to go to pump out. And how am I going to do this effectively? It's going to be kind of a tricky situation because I already have all this stuff for pumping in, for setting mode, setting, and all that stuff. And while I could do that, the strange thing is, to truly pump in, I have to control the output pump. Actually, would that work though? Like, could that work? If I set this ready, the other one is going to look for it to be in state 4. And so when it is in state 4, I basically repeat this, but I have like my own settings for mode 0, pump settings that, on 1, and then just do some kind of step counter logic like right here. But it way overcomplicates things. I think I could get it to work, but for now, maybe I should just get the system working first and then figure out how I can do it all on a single chip. Because I think I got a decent idea here, but I will have to I will have to do some more checking and stuff. So let me just grab another housing and chip. Because while I believe I might be able to do it, I don't know that I can do it cleanly without causing some kind of weird bug. And if I cause a weird bug, then it's just going to get worse, you know? Because I could modify the stacks for the housings. Let me just check on my rocket, even though, like, almost nothing happened. See, like, the richness is already bad. I'm getting a yield of 6. This is a pain in the butt that I'm having 4 high-yield miners having literally nothing. And meanwhile, this battery is very low. Whew, it is dropping like a rock. So it's just going to get as much as I can. Okay. Let's see if I have any more housings. If not, I need to make some more. Let's air out a little bit too. Alright, housings. I have chip, sensors, logic. I have 1 housing. I need to make another stack of those. Perfect. Payless liquids. You know, the sad thing is I've never actually seen payless liquids have it. Oh, my ore mining rocket died, right? Oh, that's my scanner rocket. Okay. So let's see. I got exactly 3,320 cobalt out of this. The question is that worthwhile for me? I think I'm gonna need nickel. This had the best nickel, yeah. 28 yield. 26 yield. Yeah, it did. 22 yield. I think I was gonna delete that. Delete that. This is kind of why I don't like the miners. Look how long it's gonna take. Alright, let's idle that. I completely deleted one. Let's see. Let's leave you idle for now. Let me go and fix that. Let me actually check to see which one I need more of, because I want to. I don't know if I need to get it. Tell it to go get lead or nickel. And let's see. Any centrifuges stopped? Nope, they're all going. Oh, right. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got here. Cobalt, I got 9. Lead, I got 11. Nickel, I got 10. Silver, I got 72. Okay, so I do need all 3 equally. I might as well go for nickel to get more out of it. So, let's go do that. Let's go do that. Tell it to go there, start mining, and then I will come back after I do a little bit of coding. So, ore mining rocket. Turn on your housing. Turn on a battery. This is the best one, so let's go get. Once that is there, I can delete that. And let's see, how's my scanner rocket? My oxygen tank is at 137. I think that's still plenty, right? I think what I want it to do... Alright. Delete that location. Alright, so scanner rocket, let's turn on a battery. And let's tell it to go back here. Scan some new locations. I do need to bring this back soon. Okay. Ore mining rocket is now mining a bunch of nickel, so let's have always open. And see, this is kind of what I'm wondering. Back with the heads. So I have mining head. Okay, so I have high speed mineral and mineral. So high speed mineral gives me 120% yield. Same thing for mineral head, 120% yield. And so now the question for me is, would it be better to have an extended mining trip that is 20% slower, but uses 8 times less power? So I probably could have kept that going for significantly longer if I just left it like that. So now the ore mining rocket is just going to be burning through power to get quite a lot of ore. So let's go do some coding because I want to hopefully get the coding done, come back.
Pressure critical.
Where did I get that other house?
Oxygen critical.
Oh.
Low pressure.
Okay, that's barely anything. I'll wait till there's no volatiles before I do that. Okay, so we are going to do this. And for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to put you right here. I'm going to go ahead and wire you up. Alright. For easier renaming, this will be the pollutant filter house sink, and this will be the NOS filter house sink. Because what I want to do is put the NOS filter housing here, and the pollutant filter housing here. Because I want to be able to get and put stack references to each other. Because what I think I will do is I'm gonna have them kind of communicate with each other, mess with each other's stacks a bit. Like, when you do this, I want you, hold on, alias NOS filtration, D5, because there is no D6. There shouldn't be a D6. Well, I wonder why we can go to D6. That makes no sense. Anyways, so when it is idle, put NOS filtration. So that'll be D5. It'll put into D5. Oh, come on. Please don't tell me I wrote that in a stupid place. So now I gotta see if I can find that. It didn't seem like I did good. I'll put it at 0, and I'll put a 1 there. That's to let it know that it is ready for that. And here we're going to put NOS filtration 0, 0 to reset it. That way, when it puts a 1 here, it'll wait till that is done. When that is done, it'll be for syncing some steps. It's going to make a little bit more sense once I get there, but this is to kind of do that. And so what I want to do is, I think I want to peak to, I need something that isn't used. So let's just do alias com. That's R6. Peak to R6. Now, what I'm going to do is move SP1, because that should allow me to peak. That should allow me to peak at 0. Is that how it is? I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Because the stack starts at 0, does it not? And then when you push, the SP goes to 1, but it pushes at setting 0 or something like that. It's confusing. It's a little confusing sometimes. But I believe that's how it went. So I want to peek at myself to, and I've set R6. Com. If BEQZ, com, just go to end. If not, we move step to 5, which is to pump out. Okay. Because after all, we are waiting for confirmation from the next one. And to make sure it works, I'm just going to do a single instance to get it to work, and then I'm going to delete it and then stuff. So, and then I am going to do SBN SBN. LT pump. Pull out. Setting to 20. And we're just going to check that. Okay. Alright, we're at 4. It seems to be good. So, let's do this. So let's do something here. We're going to move SP0, and then we are going to push a 1. What that should do is that should change that setting to 20 to let me know that it's a 5. Which is perfect, that's what I want. So now that I know that it's going to do that, let's push back to 0. Move this all back to step 1. Good. Now we're at 4. Okay. So now I have a test amount in here, which is perfect. It's doing its thing. Okay. Now one thing that I was wondering is maybe I should have an extra expansion valve here. I want to know if 2 here is enough to overload this, so I might need to do some tests on that. Especially for 20, because I think it only got to 10% stress, but what I want to know is if 2 here pushes more than enough liquids that it can't keep this down. The only other thing that I may have is that maybe I might push enough liquids in here that this pollutant is going to condense, and that's kind of scary. Okay, but first... Actually, I should do that. I need to test things like this. Let's get another valve, set of valves, and test this out. Because it's good to test. Oh, cool. Getting a lot of stuff in there. Alright, let's get some valves. I will do a control test to see if 20 is too much. Let's just keep this, because if the... I don't even know how that got there. If 20 is too much, then I can always just add another condensation valve. Okay, so now we're at the point where this is okay. So, I think I can actually start emptying out that whole system. I should probably wait to do that though, because I still need to watch my rocket, and I can't be in too many places at once. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so expansion valve right here, and condensation valve right here. So what I am going to do is I am going to see if that is too much for that system to handle, And if it is, well then I can always just put these extra liquid pipes. Oh, cool. Alright, so I have exactly 400 liters. Okay, let's see. Stress is increasing. That stops at 30, which is good. That stops at 17. Wow, that is good. That's pretty good flow rate. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good flow rate. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now. Alright, so that's a good test. I know that that extra expansion valve can be handled. So, let's go back to here. So, let's say com was a 1. We go to end. This puts a 0 over there to say that I'm no longer ready to pump out. SBN that, SBN LT pump, Paul out on 1. And so now what I'm going to be looking for is to see liquids. I am loading that, right? Yes. BNEC liquids. Go to end. Otherwise, move to step 6. And in steps... Oh, and I also want to do SBN LT pump. Paul out on 0. Because I don't want any more things to happen. We turn it off. We go to step 6. Okay. Now the empty check. This is going to be the tough one. The empty check step was to see if that line uh, got extra gases in there. And by extra gases, I mean like oxygen or volatiles or something like that. And the only reason I will want to check for those is because those are just going to be extra pressuring gases on my pollutant filter. They're just going to naturally accumulate and I want to get rid of them. And so my thought was, if I keep an eye out for those, that empty check is to see if I want the ratio of pollutants to be 100%. If it is not, I need to set the purge valve to 0 and turn it on until it is absolutely empty. And this is just to basically clean it, start absolutely clean, fix it. And I think it is worthwhile for me to have that. The question is, do I really need to take the extra steps for that right now? So for the empty check, I might just move step 0 for now. Maybe I'll fix it later. Hold on. What I will do is B N E am I loading the pollutants mode? Ban idle. Alias ratio Paul R7. This needs to be always there. LBN ratio Paul L-anal ratio pollutants. If ratio Paul is not equal to 1, just go to end. Because I think what I want to do because maybe I think what I want to do is do move step 7 for it's automatically going to try to empty out that entire chamber. If it is not equal to 1, it'll keep that setting. However, if it is equal to 1, it's going to ignore that and just go to idle, to the idle stage. So let's do that. It should step through all right. And I'm almost at the bottom of this thing. This is because I still would need to add stack stuff, and I think it's a good call for me to split it up. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Let's just move step 0. Okay. You're in step 0. Why aren't you doing anything? What did I screw up? What did I screw up? Oh, is there just no liquids there or something? Not enough liquids, guys. If I remember right, it wasn't gonna move past step 0 if yeah, all good. Needed to be above 500. Okay. So the good news is it's not gonna do anything. So that means I need to get some nitrous there. Now comes the next part. I will need to start cooling this down and add some liquid nitrous. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with 4 for now. So I did check. I did empty out my entire silo to see exactly what else I had. Thankfully, I have 0 volatiles from here on out. So it's just a matter now of me emptying out this whole thing. So that's going to be adding some liquids downstairs. This is going to also get stupidly hot. Like, very stupidly hot. That's why I have these two, to act as a buffer, to drop the temperature down. Alright, let's go eat and drink. Check on that rocket. When I come back, that should hopefully have not condensed literally any nitrogen or oxygen. I hope so. Since I'm in a hurry, just gonna quick eat, quick drink. Well, quick drink, and eat. Man, it's so much nicer not having to go back upstairs to check on chickens that absolutely refuse to keep themselves alive. Alright. Oh, no. My ore mining rocket is dead. I didn't want that to happen. How much did it mine out? almost 5,000. But that yield is so bad. Okay. Here's the thing. I wanted to get some lead. But now, with that... Okay. Do I dare risk it? Ugh. I want to risk it. I do want to risk it, but I need to finish this out here first. I'm going to risk it briefly just to get some and then leave. Alright, so this should be fairly cold now. Oh no. That's a problem. Now I gotta go figure out where I damaged those pipes. This is why we can't have nice things. I break things all the time. You know, the sad part is it's going to be absolutely difficult to find which one of these many flippin' pipes and inline tanks I damage, and so it's gonna come down to something is gonna break, and I will not know what is gonna break, because I don't have near enough pressure in here for it to survive, you know, extended dumpings. That is a lot of thermal energy that just can get added by this. I find it funny that it's a never-ending string of, oh no, I'm too cold, oh no, I'm too hot, oh no, I can't do this, oh no. Maybe 2 is too many. Maybe I should just give myself a little bit of leeway, but give myself a little bit of leeway by having that, because this is only doing 42 kilojoules. You know, there's still a lot here, but it gives me some wiggle room. I can come back and do a little bit more, because now, yep, I have exactly 400 in here, and I still have the ability to keep doing more. That's perfect. And this is at state 4, which, if I remember correctly, means that it is waiting on my communication signal. Yep, it's waiting for my communication signal. Okay. So now I need to do this side. So this has some nitrous in it. And that's cooling down. Alright, so. Oh, that actually errors out because something's not in there? Are you serious? I thought it was stored in the housing. Huh. Okay. So the good news is I'm going to need to keep that. And so I'm just going to call you Paul Filtration. I won't need that. I won't need that. I will need this, but I won't need that. I think I'll keep that, but I won't need this, this. I won't need any of this logic. We can keep this. And I'll just comment this out until I can fix things. Now, I won't need ratio liquid pollutants because there shouldn't be any. So I'm just gonna scale these two down. 3. R1, R2, R3. I'll keep those the same. Just I won't need Hall Good either. Okay. Some of that I'll need to fix. But we'll get to that in a little bit. It's no longer going to be Paul anal. Not going to need these. And I think this is going to be NOS anal, NOS purge. Now I'll have a NOS in, but I don't think I'll technically need that because technically the NOS in is the pollutant out before. However, I will have I'll have a NOS out and I'll have a H2O out. I will have that. So now I'll be able to go back and fix these. Because keep in mind, I do need to have a literal water out. Because this is actually going to branch in 2 different ways. And this is also why I'm thinking I needed a separate one. Because if it's purely liquid NOS, it's going to pump out liquid NOS to the liquid tank. But if there's liquid water in there, I need to purge out the NOS so that I can pump all the water out. And that's kind of where this is going. Alright, let's check on you. Let's add a little bit more. I really want to absolutely clean out my silos, so that's what I'm doing. So, let's see, 8 is into 5. So that's gonna add thermal energy. That's gonna get pushed down there. That's fine. Okay. My rockets are good. Debatably. Okay. So, I need to know anal filter nitrous. So, anal filter nitrous. Now, if I was smart, I just need to name these nitrous. Well, I don't know about that one. Nitro. Okay, my purge valve. PV filter nitrous. Is that correct? Oh, I'm gonna need a shower soon. PV filter nitrous. Perfect. This one. TP nitrous. See, I just don't have consistency. TP nitrous. What about you? This is TP filter nitrous exit. Oh my. TP filter nitrous exit. Would it kill me to have some consistency? So, you're gonna be NOS anal. NOS anal. NOS anal. NOS anal. Okay. Now, for the pump in, We're not going to need this. Not going to need this at all. We'll keep this, but it's not going to be... Oh, maybe I need like a confirmation bit from the other end that says, hey, hey, I finished, so that this can know that it's finished. Yeah, I'll set it to 0, and then this will set it to 0 when it's time. Okay. So, now for the check. It's going to check for liquid H2O. H2O. If it is equal to 0, if it is... Yeah, it's gonna... to make this backwards. So, it's going to automatically go to distill. If it is equal to 0, which means that there is none. Hold on. I always get these backwards. If there is no ratio of liquid water, okay. If there is ratio of liquid water, this flips to a 1. Ah! I did get it backwards. Okay. If there is liquid water, okay, got it. Yeah, that'll work. NOS purge. NOS purge. I want exactly 0 liquid nitrous. LNOS. To do this more properly, this needs to be 500. Okay. Now this is probably not going to be like this, so I have to fix those. Ugh. Wow, that got hot. Okay, let's wait for that to chill a little bit. Okay. Now the nitrous is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be idle. It's going to do a pump in. It's going to check. It's going to do a distill. And this. NOS out. H2O out. Pump out. Pump out. All right. So this is going to be pump out nitrous. This is pump out water. Then we're still going to do this empty check. Okay. So 4 is pump out nitrous. So still, this is going to be NOS pump out. NOS pump out. Oh, come on now. NOS pump out. That's lowercase. Look, I need consistent. H2O pump out. Okay, now we're consistent. Okay, so if we're pumping NOS out, well, the purge valve won't be there. The purge valve will be here. So let's do that. We don't need to peek at COM. We don't need that. We don't do put. So what we'll have to do is SBN LB SBN LBN. What did I call it? LT pump. Okay, let's. This is probably the logic I need. SBL LT pump. NOS out. Setting 1. Mode. I believe that's supposed to be 0. On 1. And we are going to SEQZ R15 and we're going to look for liquids. If there is 0 liquids, so now this is going to be, hold on. Before we do this, I'm going to comment out those just to make sure. Now, BEQZ R15. If for some reason that is this equal to 0, we'll go to end. If not, we'll move to step, and actually that needs to be step 6. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, we're going to have to do the same thing here, except this is going to be for the water pump. H2O out. H2O out. And let's do setting of 20. Let's do on 1. But let's comment that out first. Okay. Now, I gotta do the same. Oh, I did. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I did the wrong thing. Can I? Darn it. Okay. You're supposed to be here. All right. Let's copy you down here. Setting. Mode. On. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Ugh. Well. Oh, delete that. Good news is that's supposed to be about the same thing. Okay. Fix that. I don't know why I have this. I can just do BNEZ liquids. Go to end, because if it's not equal to 0, then we just go to end. Move step 6. Move step 6. All right. That takes care of the nitrous pump. This is the water pump. So we do the same thing. Perch on to 0 because the perch one is here. Five. Yeah, because 5 is water out. SBN LT pump. 0. 2. Oh wow. Okay, so we turn off the purge, set our pump on. Now we wait for the liquids to empty out. When the liquids empty out, we turn the pump off and move to step 6, which is empty check. Now ratio Paul, that actually needs to become ratio NOS. Ratio nitrous oxide. Ha! Got it. Okay. Okay. So the only thing is I need to fix this. So I need to peek at calm. Oh, I don't know why I'd expect that to be lower. I'm doing coding over here. Okay, so it's gonna peek at calm. If the calm is 0, go to end. Move to step 1. But wait, I have stuff right here. Okay. I have liquids there. Okay. So before I do that, I want to start this as step 2. And stop that right there. Okay. Step 2 is check. So it needs to check to see. I want to see where it goes. Will it go to 3? Or will it go to 4? Because remember, the distill is to try to purge out the NOS so that I get pure water out. Step 4 is that I'm going to select to do that. So, and it's like that. And 0. Okay. Okay, so step 4. Set that to 100. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. That's good. This is step 4. Nope, this is step 4. Now I want it to pump all that out. I want to see it go basically and stop at step 2. Okay, perfect. Alright, okay, yeah, it's a step 1. because step 1 is when it needs to be pumping in. And so it should just be doing this endlessly. That's fine. That's fine. We're good with that. Okay, so it peaks at calm because this is ready. Go. Let's add a little bit more. Trying to think it through. Trying to think it through. It takes some time. But I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and dump 8. Now let it handle itself. Alright. Yeah, look at that. Adding a lot more. Getting hot. Really, really hot. Okay. Okay. So, if I remember right, this is when it needs to put Paul filtration 0, and we put a 1 there. To let it know that it needs to pump in. And this is where I'm going to have to shut these off. Okay. And so now here, put Paul filtration 0, 0. So I think the reason I want to do it that way is because when it is in idle, it needs to put it a 1 and write it so that it can step out. So then it's going to be pumping. Right? Okay. Come on now. I know I imported you. Alright, so the pump out is ready. We're going to peak at calm because it's waiting for a confirmation signal. So let's say CO. Waits to see a 1 for ready for pumping in. Puts a 1 for ready to. Or do I have that backwards? Puts a 1 for ready to pump out. Okay. So I need to send a 1 that says go ahead. So, oh, I didn't import. Oh, this is where it could get all mangly. It really would have helped if I had a notepad so that I could check this. Alright. So it's idle. It puts a 1 that it's ready. I guess it really doesn't matter who hits that next. And then Yeah. This is where I'm gonna have a communication breakdown. Because I am not putting a communication step. I could hit a race condition because I'm peaking for one to be ready. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna have an issue. Okay. So what I need to do is remove these two for ready to pump in. Because I need the pollutants to be ready. So we'll go to step one. I wish I could. So this is where I put P, pull filtration 01, to let it know we need to do this now. This is where I need to do this to tell it to pump in. Now what I want to do is to P calm. BNEZ I want to put Paul filtration 00. All right. So this is kind of where I'm going to be a little bit confused on this. Yeah, I am going to lag this. Okay, so let's see here. I am P out ready, P out pump. I think what I need to do is put this right here. Yeah, I don't want to put it as 0 right off the bat. I want to put it right here. Oh, come on. So it's just going to turn it on, pump, and pump. When this hits 0, it'll tell it, hey. When this hits 0, it'll tell it that, hey, I'm done. Okay. Okay. Gotta import. Gotta get these communications straightened out because otherwise I'm gonna be pumping pollutants or nitrous in all the wrong places. Okay. Backup index not. So it's gonna peek at the communication. It's gonna look for. It's gonna say, hey, I'm ready. Pump in. And it's gonna peek at comms, waiting for it to hit 0. Once it hits 0, I think I need an intermediary step. Yeah, I need BQ step 2 idle. Oops. Wait. waits for liquids to settle. Okay, let's do 3, let's do 4, let's do 5, let's do 6, let's do 7. All right. And wait. All right, so 4 is distill. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, and then back to 0. Okay. That should square that away. Okay, so the reason I want this wait step is I want to wait at least a couple of extra ticks to make sure that all my liquids have made it there. And this might need to be adjusted. I'm thinking 20, so that's 10 seconds might be enough. But it may not be because this is going to eventually hit 0. And I'll still have 20. So that's what? 1 tick, 2. If it keeps cutting in half, maybe that'll be enough. If it's too much, I'll bring it down. So it's going to add step, step. But yeah. 0, that it's not ready. Okay. And that should square it away. Okay. Alright. So if I got this right. Let's move you to step 0. You got nothing. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's empty it. Okay. Alright, I'm waiting for that to cool. Okay. So let's see. I got it. Move it to step 0. And if I got this right, this should be at step 0. You're at 1. Okay, I need to reinitialize you. Okay, so we need to do move SP0, push 0, move SP1. That should reinitialize you. Okay, now you're at step 0. You're waiting for a confirmation to know that you can. You're telling it that it can't, that it can do that, but no. You're waiting for that one to be ready. That's fine. Okay. So let's import you. Let's reinitialize you. Oh, I hate that lag. That when I'm checking this. What's my time? I'm doing alright. Okay. So let's do same thing. Initialize and move SP0, push 0. Okay. One final check. You're ready. You put a 1 over there. And you turn off your purge valve. And you peek at the comms. You're waiting for it to say, I'm good. Back. That's the 5. You turn on the setting, you'll turn it on, and you wait until you hit end. When you hit end, you'll tell it, I'm done. Turn off the pump, go to 6. 6 goes to that, okay. Now before I do this, should I push more in here? Probably should. Let's wait till that gets lower, and then I will. Okay. So after all of this should run twice. Okay. Here goes. That's not good. He hadn't finished dumping. Oh boy. Something didn't quite go right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to load you up and tell. It's almost like you didn't get the right value. Alright. Let's go ahead and dump another 8. Take a quick shower so that I don't stink. Let's go take a quick shower. Fix myself. So clearly I was not waiting for something. I didn't wait for something enough. Because it never processed it. Guess I'm still generating pollutant water. Alright. Back out there we go. What decayed over here? Whatever. Look, I want to finish this. So, I had an issue. Just to be expected. Everything I program has an issue. Almost every single time.
Pressure critical. Low pressure.
It's almost like I got stuck where it shouldn't have been. Like it was still saying, hey, I'm still good for you to dump. But it was not. Alright, so let's look at what's happening, because this never... Alright. You got stuck on 1. Why did you get stuck on 1? Okay, so you got stuck on 1. So, okay, so you're saying you're ready to accept. You're also peaking at calm. Or if I had some kind of... You know what I didn't do? Move step 2. That's what I did. It was just stuck perpetually here. Alright. Simple mistake. Okay, let's pump everything out. Alright, everything's pumped out, you're at 0. Let's try this again. Oh, perfect. Oh, it worked. It works! I live! My Frankenstein creation should hopefully work. If not, I'm just going to be seeing a bunch of nitrous being polluted right there. Maybe some water over there. I think I should probably make that smaller, but... Actually, I should probably make that stupid small, like 1 liter. Alright. Now I will be able... I should be able to finish this out. How much nitrous do I have? 3,710. That's awesome. Alright, so put a lot of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think this is a success. Do I have enough liquids in here? Nope, still not enough liquids. Alright. Three, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. While that is happening, I think what I am going to do is tell my ore rocket to go to a lead node. And I'm going to tell my scanner rocket to return home for refueling. Alright, so scanner rocket, I want you to come back home to refuel. Ore mining rocket, I want you to go to this lead node. Because what I've got to do is have it mine just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to get this to 16% and then tell it to come back out. That's not the one that was mine. That's the one that was mine. Delete. Yeah, because look at my ore mining rocket fuel tank. It's getting lower and lower, and that's always concerning. Thrust is also getting lower and lower. Also concerning. Okay. Shut that off for now. Because I want to control how much power I use on that, because clearly we use a lot of power. So that thing was at 3720.
Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Alright, and then I'll send the last bits of nitrous through this system. 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Yep, look at that. That's quite a lot of nitrous now. Well, it's a lot more than what I had. I also got a little hot. That's okay. I want to get this. Yeah, these are getting warmer. I want to get these last little bits out. And I'm going to let this cool down and remove those. Because I will need to create a cooling system for this so that it can be self-managed. And then I will be able to work with more stuff. And by more stuff, I'll be able to hopefully automate that dumping ground because I really do need that. But I need to get this colder so that I can use the cold oxygen and the cold nitrogen to cool these tanks down a tiny little bit. Because right now they're hot, and the water and the nitrogen is doing a good job, but it's just, you know, it's a lot. Ugh. Not gonna lie. Having that system working, kind of a load off. Now I know that I can dump any number of pollutants and stuff, and it should be able to process it. Let's see how tainted everything is. So it's at 0. There's not enough in here. That's fine. That's fine. Why is the temperature decreasing on this? Oh, right, because the water is tied to it. So it's gonna bring its temperature down. It's gonna bring this temperature down. Same here. That's a lot more than needs to be in here, so. What about you? Okay. So that's the good news. This works. I'm collecting nitrous. I can collect pollutants. Now, the thing is, if I want this, I want to test some to see whether the liquids works. And what I can do... Oh, there's not enough liquid pollutants here. Never mind, I can't do that. If there's not enough liquid pollutants here, I can't even test that. So, wow. That's interesting. Alright, let's go up there. So if I got this right, 8 kilomoles. It's not gonna really budge the temperatures that much over there, but it should affect them. Well, I really shouldn't have it be that cold. I could break something. Alright. So with that, we done a good thing. We done a great thing. We have absolutely got a distillation system going. Alright, watching this battery. And so, now that that's done, I'll be able to... Oh, truth be told, now I'll be able to process volatiles, you know, the liquid volatile node with pollutant, I mean the volatiles with pollutant node. I'll be able to process the nitrous node, and I'll be able to process the dangerous nitrous. Just load off my... It's a lot of relief, to be honest. Alright, my cargo export, 92. I really hope that this hits 100. It'll make this whole trip worth it. But yeah, I think what I will end up doing is replace those mining heads with the normal ones because I'm burning through so much power. And I'm not even really technically getting that much ore. I mean, look, technically I got 1248. But truth be told, I was only gonna get it down to 20% battery life, and I've already spent quite a bit and only really... How much did I do? It was at 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5%, and I'm only at 1,700. I don't really think that's worth it, to be honest. I'm really debating on how worth it that is. Where's my scanner rocket? Alright, scanner mounts. It should land. Oh, cargo export is full. That's awesome. Five. How much did I mine? That's not bad. The fact that I mined, you know, 2,698, 2,700 from that one node, that's pretty good.
Hunger caution.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see. I think the mode's supposed to change when it's at controlled ascents. I'm curious. I don't see it changing. Oh, it's flight control ruled. It changes. That's interesting. There we go. Alright, now that that's happened, I'm gonna wait for this to get here. Okay. While I wait for that trip, let's drink some water. Let's talk about what we've done. I got the distillation system, which is perfect. Now we'll be able to properly distill. or distill, whatever, whatever the proper word for it is. I'll be able to more properly manage liquid pollutants, liquid nitrous, and if for some reason water gets in that system, water. And so the biggest benefits of that is I no longer have to worry as much about that. Alright, let's see how this is. Are you full? Oh, you're a cocoa seeds. That is awesome. This one's the best out of that. Alright. Now, because this plant, cocoa, is a special one, I want to see exactly how good this is going to do. So what is low temperature resistance and low temperature tolerance? So let's see what happened. I'm curious what happened to you. Let's let my hygiene recover a bit. So if low temperature tolerance, did that drop? Where's the time until low pressure? It didn't look like it changed much. Did it drop down? Closer to negative 30? Oh. Yeah, it did drop, right? 20 to 28, right? 0 to 48. 19 to 29. Okay, so it did get better. Right? So this seed is a winner. This is junk. To 30. So it's at 19 to 29 is tolerable. Yeah, so it's 19 to 29 is tolerable. 20 to 30, so those two are bad. So the seed is what got remarkably better. If I'm understanding this correctly. Yeah, from 0 to 20 and 20 to 28. So if I stabilize the seed and plant it, that means that then I'll be able to get cocoa that works. Okay, so and then these three are basically gunk. So how much does this make? That's actually not bad. 3 grams of cocoa powder from 3 of those. Okay. So, if I am correct at this, that means that I created a plant that can successfully tolerate my natural environment here. So I should take advantage of this by planting a new one. Correct, right? And if I take a sample of what's existing, it should be really close to that. Okay. It should be really close to this, because that's what the current plant should be, right? So... your ideal didn't seem to change, though. Didn't seem to change. Your minimum ideal is still 30, your max ideal is still 38. Is there something else that I'm missing for that? Cocoa seeds. Let's see. It says that it should be good, right? I'm missing something. Genetics are kind of weird. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a sample of you. Yeah, I'm doing this to kind of give the rocket more time to come down. Did I grab the wrong thing? I probably didn't I? This whole thing is terribly confusing sometimes. Okay. Let's go check on my rocket. I'm basically wrapping up, but I want my rocket to land so that it is on the ground, safe. Because the pressure-fed rockets are always a tricky thing. Unless the genetics just did not apply. Oh, it's almost there. Ooh, see how low my thrust capability is? Alright. So here's the thing. Turning off the autolander. Telling it to go there. See this apex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I want this apex to be as close to 0 as possible, since I'm firing this rocket from here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I want to fire this thing at 100%, and as you can see that's... Huh. We have a storm. As you can see, as it's dropping, I'm losing some thrust and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to get this as close to 0 as possible, so that basically, with the apex at, 0, it's gonna basically land at roughly that, the speed is gonna be almost 0 at that point. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm kind of doing what the autolander kind of does, except that I am watching the apex to do it with. See, now it's 778. That's good. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 487. I probably should do that again. I like to risk things. Let's do it again when the speed is negative 50 meters per second. Because I'll be able to watch it a bit better. Because I can't give it more thrust. I really can't. 1, 2, 3. 303. 1, 2, 3. 217. Glad the wind doesn't throw it off or anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da da da. See, impact negative 20.3. Oh, it landed. Okay, good. I might bring that up to the devs because Oh, wait, I have my suit.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Oh, I did it again. Oh, I hurt
Temperature low.
myself. Okay. Let's extend everything out. Oh, wow, this is really hot. This is going to cool down the fuel, thankfully. I didn't realize that this is really, really hot. This needs to convect more out. Well, this is empty now, right? Oh no, it's offloading what's in there. That shouldn't be on. But I gotta check something. I know how to slightly adjust the genetics of plants and traits. So my ore mining rocket is getting filled up. Scanner rocket, I need all your batteries. Perfect. So one thing that I wondered is that I didn't seem to take the genetics. Did I actually get that correct? Or did I mistaken some things about the genetics in this game? Because the genetic for that cocoa plant seemed to suggest that it was going to be better, correct? I mean, I didn't imagine that, right? I mean, that is how it should be. It will tolerate as low as 0, but the ideal is between 20 to 28, right? And yet when I poked it, it didn't seem to suggest that it was growing well. It should have been growing well, right? So right now its growth efficiency is crap because it still thinks that it's at 30, 38. It did change slightly, but I thought this minimum ideal should have gotten lower. Right? Or did I misunderstand something? Alright. I don't like to end when a storm is raging. Can't really check on anything else yet, though. I made more lockers, right? Those are stairs. I'm gonna go expand the freezer a little bit. Come on. I'm just gonna put 2 shelves in there. Alright, 2 shelves in the freezer. Let's go. Don't think I need any of this. But there will be a lot of gunk on the floor. So I wonder if I had left that door closed, would it actually have survived better? You know? When I did the explosion test to see just how bad it would get. Oh, look at all this. Hmm. It's a handrail, right? Is it like this? Darn, did it again. Ah. Okay, got it. So corn. Ooh, wow. Potato. Look, I just... everything go in here. How much wheat I got. Got a lot of food now. Got eggs. Potatoes. Some of this at various stages of decomposition, but I mean, it's not bad. Considering that, you know, even though these are like at the high 20s, I can still technically hatch some chickens from them. Yeah, could still hatch chickens. Because I think eggs at like 50% might be too badly damaged for that, but I now have plenty of wheat. A lot of wheat. Let me just bring this stuff down there. Okay. Now it is time to end. So, next time, now that I absolutely finish that distillation system and everything, I should be able to resume normal production stuff. Probably I'm gonna get the temperature control area for the waste pipe to help manage it between 0 to 20. And I got an idea for how I'm gonna do that. I've been thinking on that one, and that should hopefully allow me to be one step closer to making the gas pipe system work right. Yeah, I have to check in to see why my cocoa seeds didn't seem to be at the right genetics, because I could have sworn it should have been better, but I don't know. Alright. Thank you. See you next time as we continue building up, and hopefully I'll actually be able to trade and make money and finish. Have a good night.